So guys, this is my football pitch that I've created in paint. Don't laugh, okay? This is the attacker. This is us in red. And we got the 18-yard line, the 6-yard line, which probably is too far out. And then we've got our net, okay? So, a one-on-one. And over the top balls come in, and this guy's breaking free. More than likely, they're going to come around this angle if they're one-on-one. It'd be kind of straight on. You're not going to really get a one-on-one from like here. Very rare. It's usually center-ish. So, what you don't want to happen is for them to come this way. You don't want them to come directly at you, because then they got the chance to shoot left or right. And regardless which way you move, if you move over here because you think they're going to shoot here, they've got all this, and then they've got the opposite side. So you best bet, if they do come at you straight down the pipe, you want to wait on their touch. So as they're sprinting with the ball, we all know the touch gets further and further away from them. I like to make my run, because players usually sprint, and they usually stop when they get into your box. They usually stop sprinting. But that touch that they're on about here brings them in to about the penalty spot. So try not to move, okay? Or maybe come off out of your box a little bit, so you're sitting between the 6-yard line and your goals. So when he runs in and he takes that touch, all you have to do now is just hold wide from this position to there. It's much shorter than waiting here, than running all that way. So when you see him coming in, you come off your line a bit, not much, just a little bit. He's running in, he does a heavy touch, he knocks the ball, he's in your box now. When he's here, you've closed the gap already. So even if he does shoot straight away, you've still got a higher chance of saving it, depending if you flick the right way. But I tend to sprint the moment he enters the box, like on a 1v1, like this. Because the longer you leave him come closer, he's just going to get his 99 shot power. It's just, you're not going to save it, man. Even if you come out a little bit and then you hold Y or triangle to rush this little bit, the chances are your keeper's probably going to do a bad animation. You're going to slide or something. But you will save more shots doing it this way than what you will if you just stay in your line and let them come closer. For if he breaks free and he's more on an angle like this, what I've been telling people for a number of years now is he's coming in on an angle, he's coming in this way. You think you'd come off and like kind of close. I don't do that. Sometimes I do. I like to get the attacker thinking that he's got me beat. And how you do that is when he's breaking free down this line, he's thinking, okay, he's watching me, okay? That's what he's doing. He's looking at me. He knows he's free. All he's looking at is my movements. All right, I know he's free, and all I'm looking at are his movements. Okay, that's what he thinks. So for us to be on top, for us to take control of the situation, we need to move. Usually you would, if you're holding LB or L1, your keeper will drag you to like here, okay? Which is decent positioning, because obviously you protect that near post. But he can just bang it far post, which is really overpowered, as we all know. Even if you flicking right, it's hard to save it, because the game hits it like side net. So what I will do, come off my line a little bit, not much, I mean a little bit, okay? And I will sidestep to my left. So now, as he's coming in, his eyes, because I've come off my line a little bit, and I'm not just gone here, so he doesn't see this. He sees me come off my line, which blocks a little bit of this side of the net. Then I take a step to my left, okay? Only a small step. And this will be a big gap, okay? It will be a big gap. See this gap here, and he will think, okay, the near post is kind of blocked. So what will happen is he will shoot here. If he's a good player, he'll probably hit you in near post, because you'll see the gap. He thinks you're going to cover this side, but you want him to shoot here, okay? You want him to go here, so you make this gap quite big, okay? So you just basically, you come off your center line, and you just kind of go left a little bit, okay? Just a little bit, a sidestep. So when he shoots then to this corner here, your keeper, when I dive, and obviously his arms be spread out, will cover that gap, okay? But he will see it as, oh, there's a big gap. But when you dive, imagine my arms coming out as well. You're going to save the shot, right? That's what I've been doing for a long time, and it always works. You show them the near post. You let them have it. Let them think that you're just covering, here, so they see all this. But as they get closer, you just go bang, move over a little bit, and when you dive, you got that save. So you can kind of pre-dive this by flicking left, because 8 out of 10 times they're going to hit the near post. So that's what I would do for 1v1s, and it's exactly the same this side. You would come off your line a little bit, step to the right, so they still see all this, but it's much harder for them to see this corner because your body's going to be blocking it. They're going to see you off your line a little bit, and this is going to be open, and then you can just dive across. Now if it's a 2v1, okay, get my little mem back. If it's a 2v1, it's when things get a little bit tricky. If you got this guy here with a box, he's the guy on the ball, okay? He's come straight down your middle. This guy is trying to burn to get around you, so this guy can just pass it and then it's an open net, okay? These are tricky. If the guy in the middle has got the ball, it's like the first time. If it was just 1v1, it's hard. Straight down the middle ones are hard because they can go either side. Anywhere you move, it can kind of be you're leaving a big gap either side. So what I like to do is you can really mess up that attack, and you can throw them off. You can, by doing this, you can literally take this guy over here, and then your defenders can get back. It really does help. So what I would do is, if this guy has got the ball, he's coming in, exactly the same thing as before. You come off your line, bang. Hopefully he messes up his touch. Okay, this guy's burning himself to come in, or either side, whichever side this other player is running in. Okay, what I like to do, run out. Okay, so you come here, you start running, but as you get close, you run this way, because this guy is more than likely now gonna pass. The moment he sees you run, the moment he sees you go bang, he's gonna pass, or pass this way. But whatever side the other player's at, you run that way. So you don't hold Y now. You don't hold Y. You come off your line. Wait. The moment he comes into your box, you sprint towards him. You sprint, and then arch your run to the left. Because as he's passing, when you get to about this angle, okay, you want to stop, and then you can hold Y if you really want to. Because if you keep sprinting and he shoots, you might do a stupid animation. So you like sprint, come here, stop. He will probably shoot straight away, which you will probably get the save as long as you were stopped. That's another good tip. If it's more spread and this guy's on the ball, you can do exactly the same thing like before. Come off your line, show him that near post, because when you show him that near post, he probably might take that shot, which you're waiting for. When he gets in your box and he's like on your penalty spot or really close, almost in your 6 yard, he's probably not going to shoot no more, because he probably would have done it previous. He still can, but this guy now is probably going to be about here as well, and he's just going to draw you in and then pass. So again, what you want to do is you want to come off your line a little bit like you were, move to the left. So this is where you want to be standing roughly, okay? When he enters your box and he's on your 6 yard line or thereabouts, same thing. You want to come off your line a little bit, but obviously this time you don't run all the way up, because that guy, you're not going to, look at the difference, you're not going to make that. Whereas before you could go there and stop. Here, the moment you start moving, he's past it already, and then you're just going to be standing here and the pass is going to be in. So what you want to do here is you want to go sprint a little bit, make a movement. The moment you guys stutters and like makes a move, he thinks you come in now. So you want to go bang and there, because this guy is probably going to shoot. Chances are still going to go in, but what you got to remember is we are not supposed to save one-on-ones, 2v1s. We are not supposed to do it as a keeper, but this way gives you a really good chance of making saves. 2v1s like this, you want to go bang there, come off your line a little bit, make a move so he passes, and then you could just sidestep, you could backtrack, you could hold down and right, or if it's the other way, come off your line, he passes, you hold down and left. So when you come off your line here and you run a little bit, and he passes, you come this way, and you always want to flick your stick the side he's at. So he's probably always going to hit it near post here. He's going to come across, he's just going to shoot and bang it, because he knows you're over here. Okay, so you're going to come here, there, he's going to go bang, and again you're going to flick your stick to the right to make that save, and it's the same on the other side. If it's here and you're coming out and he passes, you backtrack, now you're here, the same position where I told you to be when it's this angle, and you're here. Come off your line a little bit, you step to the left, sorry, you step to the left, and then he thinks he's got this space, and then you save to the near post. That's what I would do for my 2v1s, 1v1s. Hopefully you understand what I'm trying to say here. So this is an attacker running in the box, okay, and this is the winger. He's here running down the wing. He's about here. You got an attacker coming in here, and what I like to do is, if I can get on my guy as a keeper, you come out and you stand, you cover this like the 1v1 when it's on the angle. If he shoots, you can make that save. This kind of works for the crosses as well, as long as you have to be prepared for this and quick, because if he sees this open, if a good player sees this, he will shoot instead of crossing. Okay, so you have to be ready for that. And then how to save this shot if he shoots from here, how to save that, you want to hold triangle, auto position, and your sprint button. I will put it on screen. LB, okay, plus Y plus right trigger. For PlayStation, it's L1 plus triangle plus R2. Okay, that's what you want to do for here. If he shoots, you press all that combination, and your guy will sprint to here, and as you get close, you flick your stick. Okay, that will save that shot, and you'll pull off some nice saves that'll look really cool. Sometimes you push into your net, but you have to really work the space here, and you may concede it quite a few times, but once you get the distance right, it will really help you. Also, by you coming out here, if this player is running in and the guy on the ball on the wing has got the cross, he might not cross it now because he knows you're there. If you're playing 11s, he might decide to turn around, pass it to the edge, and then they get like edge play. The moment that ball gets passed around, you come back. You don't need to stay up there anymore. But for crosses, you definitely need to try and be a bit more aggressive. If this guy's, and this obviously works for the same the other side, okay? So if the guy on the ball on the wing is still there, and this guy now is making a run here, you just step over. The moment this ball gets played, if you know the attacker's here, you want to be holding Y here, or triangle, to rush out straight away. The moment that ball gets crossed, you want to hold Y to rush out, get it right in his face. If there's multiple, let's take this guy away a sec. If there's multiple people, if this guy crosses the ball in and you got 2 people here, then what you want to do is you just want to kind of stay central. If this guy is a really tall guy, okay, you want to kind of more so be watching him than the smaller guy, because obviously they're going to try and aim for the bigger guy. But you want to try and be central for crosses when there's multiple people in the box. Because if he shoots, if he gets the ball and shoots, you can maybe make the save. But if he shoots opposite corner, or if it's a header, you might be able to get it. But central, if there's multiple people in the box. But if it's just one, I would do like I said. You come out a little bit. This guy in the wing might shoot, but you got it covered. And if he crosses, you're going to be in his face by holding Y. Okay, that's what we do for crosses. So that's basically it for like crosses and 1v1s. How to save corners. Corners are exactly the same actually. You're in a corner here. This guy's on the ball. A lot of people now these days are rushing near post and getting that near post header. So you want to come out and just try and block him. If it's a big guy, back post, obviously you don't. If it's a small guy, front post, let him be there. Just let him be. Hopefully your defenders who are much bigger will be marking him. Always look for the taller guy. That's what you want to do. Just look for the taller guy. If you are marking a guy over here because he's like taller, I'm not saying for you to be that far across. I'm just saying you always want to be central. But if there's a guy back post who's taller, you kind of want to let this guy be, because your defender who's bigger will hopefully be covering that. So if this guy back post headers it in, you're not standing here and then it's a free header here. Or if he headers it back across to this little guy, because what tends to happen is when a ball comes in, the defenders tend to chase the ball, and then when this ball comes off the attacker to this guy, he's got an easy tap in. So staying central when there's big guys in the box is really important for that as well. If it's just one guy, if the big guy runs near post and you got little players in and around the box, then mark the big guy and then you got this save here.